Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Summer Meyers. I am a homeschool mom of 5 kids, and on this channel we talk about all things homeschool. So if that is something you are interested in, hit that subscribe button and you and I can be friends and we can talk about it. Today I wanted to show you my niece. Today I wanted to show you our homeschool room and the things that we have done, but I also wanted to show you mostly a progression of our homeschool, because every year our homeschool room has changed and it has evolved. And I think the big problem with these homeschool room reveals, and not that there's a problem, there's no problem here. You want to reach that point now. You want to get to that point where your house looks like that now. And it can be discouraging for those of us who don't have that space, or who have multiple children or only have one child. Each year, our homeschool room has evolved and changed according to the needs of our family. We were able to school just as well, just as easily. There was no problem with that. And I want this post to be encouraging to you, mama. Whatever your home situation is, you've got space to homeschool. You can do it. It can be in your bedroom, girlfriend. You can just have your books stacked up on the floor and do it. I mean, to be honest, we homeschool in the library a good portion of the time. We homeschool outside. So even though we have a room set up and we use that the majority of the time, I'm not going to lie, it doesn't have to be that way. Homeschool is where you and your children are at. It's life. Don't feel like you need to replicate what people put out here. It's meant to inspire. It's meant to give you ideas on how you can incorporate it into your house. So that's my disclaimer. Because I'm doing it this way, I wanted to first talk about our first year of homeschooling. So when we first started homeschooling, I had no idea what I was doing. And it kind of just fell into my lap. This is what you're going to be doing for the next year. I didn't have any space. I didn't have any open bedrooms that I could convert into a school room. And I didn't really have easy cash. I mean, all of our money was going straight into curriculum and resources. Creating a homeschool space with what we already had was what we were going to have to do for that year. And for that reason, we homeschooled in our kitchen. And I loved it, guys. I loved homeschooling in our kitchen. It's the most wonderful thing. I had a first grader and a third grader, and she was on one side of me, and then my third grader was on the other, and we were just gathered in our kitchen space with our books open. And as soon as lunch was ready, we closed them up and we put them away, and we had lunch. And if I needed to get up and start making dinners, if I needed to get up and take care of the other babies, it was easy. It was so easy and simple, and I miss those days. I miss how simplistic it was, because everything could fit into this tiny cabinet. I have a cabinet in a little hallway here that's leading to the dining room, and I could put all of my books in there. It didn't take up that much space, and that's where I kept all of our homeschool stuff. It was tucked away in there. So why did I give it up? Well, I'll tell you why. My husband, Michael. So after our first year went so well, and I said, this is what we're going to be doing. This is great. It's not easy, but it's great. I'm going to keep doing this. He said, well, then you should really get your own homeschool room. Why wouldn't you do that? And I said, because then I'll have to give up one of my other rooms. You have your kids all at home. You've got other kids coming up the pipe. So why don't you go ahead and convert it? So he convinced me to give up our family room space, which is right off our kitchen. And I wouldn't have done it if it wasn't right off our kitchen. Moving into the family room, our floor plan is such that it's open from the kitchen to our family sitting room. Is all kind of open. There's a flow there. We moved a couch down there. We got a table, and I bought a hutch. And that's how we changed everything up into our homeschool room. The hutch I had gotten secondhand, really cheap, for like maybe $150. It was a big, ugly brown hutch, and I painted it white, and I stored all of our homeschool stuff there because I realized I needed more stuff. I wanted a place to store all of our homeschool things. We also, halfway through the year, got a sliding cabinet to put all of our games, so we had easier access to our games to play. And then later on, we got a small bookshelf from my parents. So nothing that we got, all of it was secondhand, all of it was really cheap. I didn't mind it being scuffed up or beat up in our homeschool. I think that's the big thing with kids, is that you don't want to invest into new pretty furniture, because new pretty furniture doesn't stay new and pretty for very long, especially when you have all of your children at home and they've got paint and they've got markers and you want them the freedom to do that sort of thing. And if my kids destroy or cut up the couch or the hutch or whatever, I am not heartbroken about it, because it's old crappy furniture that I bought on Craigslist. You know, it's okay. It's okay. That's why I got it. It's no big deal. And I refinished our kitchen table that I had gotten on Craigslist, and like literally within the first 2 weeks, a permanent marker all over the top of it. And that was a little sad because I just refinished it, but it wasn't so sad that I felt the need to scold anybody, because, you know, that's why I got it. That's what it was there for. It was fine. I also like that we have a bench with our table. At our kitchen table, we just had regular chairs, which worked fine. But the bench, you know, I felt like I could, you know, when my kid was feeling a little insecure, whenever my children feel a little like, oh, this is a little anxiety, I can wrap my arm around them and that just feeling comfort. And it's easier to do that on a bench than 2 seats. And that was how our homeschool evolved our second year. Our third year, it stayed pretty much the same. I got a set of drawers, and all of our extra resources spilled into our guest bedroom. So I just keep accumulating stuff, guys. I think that's what the lesson is here. You're just going to continue accumulating stuff. For this new homeschool year, we have a couple of new additions. So should we go into it? So that is the tour of our homeschool room. I hope that was inspirational and helpful. I hope you know that whatever you have is perfect. It's exactly what your children need, because what it is what's in your heart. It's not the physical things that you have in your homeschool room that's going to make your homeschool great. It's what you have, and you have it. You got this. I also want to make a point that if this is your first year, don't feel like you have to have all the things now, because you don't know what you're gonna need until the year is over. I loved our first year because it was very simple and I didn't know what I was doing, But by the end of that year, I knew exactly what I wanted and exactly what I needed. And then I had several months to plan and how I wanted it done. Just focus on you, your kids, your relationships, and the curriculum you bought. And then maybe afterwards focus on cute desks if that's what you want, or a nice comfortable table, comfy couch, maybe a really soft rug that you guys can just snuggle in on the floor. I can't sit on a rug for that long, guys. I hope this was helpful. If it was, hit that like button, subscribe down below. I hope that you are having a fantastic new year, that school is, you know, going in your groove and you're feeling good. I hope you're feeling good. That's the goal. That's the goal. If there's something in particular that you want a closer look at or are confused by, let me know. Okay. See everybody later. Bye.